1. Dylan, take it away.
What's up, everybody? This is the WOTWW, LOY, and the rest of the gang here. We also got a guest from Nuke Gorilla. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, hello, I am Will from Nuke Gorilla Media, and I also host that podcast with another Will, and basically we go over obscure Netflix movies and some bad movies as well. I've just started another podcast called Phasers, Wands, and Swords over all things nerdy. You can find us on any podcast player there is.
Okay, so
Alright.
just a question. Have you done, like, anything with the play on the fact that you're both named Will? Like, the Battle of the Wills? Or something like
No,
that?
we just go Will, and sometimes it gets interesting.
I can respect that.
That's awesome.
Alright.
So we all came here to discuss one
So we pretty
big
much
trailer.
have the whole crew here for this.
Yeah, we pretty much do. Clinton's not here. I guess he's just been up to some stuff. Okay, so next we got Dick Skywalker.
What's up?
The Woodlayer himself.
He recently started streaming, so you can check out his channel later on, Dick Skywalker. You can see the link to his channel on the main WOTWW channel. He's just, they're on the side on the featured. And then Kyradon, here to give the support like he always does. We're very, very thankful he's here.
Yeah, I draw shit, I guess. I should probably start publishing. Fuck, I will plug something that doesn't exist yet. I'm like drawing a comic right now, I guess.
Oh, nice. What's it about?
Cowboy Samurai.
I liked it.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, then we got the director of the podcast himself, Redneck Nerd.
Hello.
And then, I didn't introduce myself, so I'm just the seducer to that / producer,
At least that's what it
Old
says
ass
on PlayStation.
I mean, you
Does it
seduced
all.
me into this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's not get into those details, but last but not least, we got General Johnston.
What's up? So I'm General for short, but on my channel I just mostly make gaming videos and I stream. PlayStation games and anything comic book related and PC related especially.
Dope. Okay, Redneck. Today we're gonna have two.
There you
Yeah, you cut out, bro.
He cut out on everybody, right?
Yeah, he cut out on me.
I
Okay,
put it
I
on
thought
button
it was
push
good.
since we're like both in the same area. But okay, I'm just gonna keep it on, like voice activity. So
Okay.
anyways, sorry for the cutout, that was all on me. Anyways, this video that we're about to do right now is pretty much a small crackdown of the new Infinity War trailer for Avengers Endgame. I don't know why I keep thinking Infinity War, I gotta get the Endgame into my head.
It's
But,
just
Keith?
Avengers.
I did it too.
Keith, whenever you're ready, just go
Yeah.
ahead and take
I
away
will.
the.
I'm gonna disconnect myself from the chat and play it, and when I just reconnect, we can all talk about it.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Staying on. David Potts. If you find this recording, don't feel better about this. Part of the journey is the end. Just for the record, being adrift in space with zero promise of rescue is more fun than it sounds. Food and water ran out 4 days ago. Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning. That'll be it. When I drift off, I will dream about you. It's always you.
exactly what he said he was going to do. He wiped out 50% of all living creatures.
We lost. All of us. We lost friends. We lost family. We lost a part of ourselves. This is the fight of our lives.
This is going to work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't.
Hi, is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago at the airport in Germany. Got dropped really big.
It's just an old message.
Ant-Man, I know you know that.
It's the front door.
That's me. Can you buzz me in?
Just us to
So what do you
everything.
guys
The
think?
bad thing is we can't
Here we are.
edit.
The location of the Soul Stone.
But we've done a
Okay.
couple. We've done like The Windmill. That's a really bad, terrible movie. I don't suggest anybody watch it. The only reason I got Will to watch it because I got him fucking trash before we started recording.
You know what's an amazing movie?
Hmm.
Infinity War. You know what's gonna be even better?
Endgame.
Endgame.
Yeah. Oh, do you want the movie critic's opinion on this? On just the trailer?
Yes.
It's gonna be a coming to terms, and it's probably gonna have Iron Man die.
It's
Most likely. What I've heard from the comics is he's gonna sacrifice himself.
Okay, I believe that. I also have a feeling it is the final farewell to Captain America,
Yep.
because there were plenty of rumors circulating about that, and he tweeted the other day, like whenever the trailer came out, he retweeted it and said, "This one is really special. You guys just don't even know yet," with like a lot of periods at the end. Like it just gave you that sense of, oh man, Captain's gonna die.
I would just like to say, whenever he looks at the picture of Peggy, the last time he looked at Peggy like that was whenever he sacrificed himself in the first movie.
Oh
That's-
shit.
Maybe he's gonna pull like what's that guy's name? The black guy off of Star Wars, the last Star Wars movie. Fuck.
John Boyega.
Finn.
Oh,
Finn, yeah.
Finn, yeah.
Finn. Yeah, he's gonna try to pull a Finn, and then
And then Iron Man.
Black
is the
Widow's
Asian
gonna
girl.
come and save him.
Oh.
well, like what kind of counterbalances that was just Ant-Man suddenly showing up at the end of the trailer. It's like,
Yes.
yeah. So,
I think
Yeah,
Captain America's gonna sacrifice himself. I feel like Tony's gonna die, but Captain America's gonna sacrifice himself to bring everybody back. Because he's
No,
he's
I
the
think
most pure,
Tony's
Well,
gonna
he
do
actually
it
dies
to
in the
prove to
comics.
Cap that he's not a selfish asshole.
Yeah, that's true. It'll like a
Oh, yeah.
redemption for
Oh,
his
yeah.
character.
We
I
all
think
do
it
like-
could go
I
either
felt
way.
more like, no, I feel like really that like so there's like this thing I kind of like really liked about like basically the interactions between Tony and Peter Parker, where like I feel like they should resolve that basically, because
Definitely.
Well, I feel like he was talking to Peter in the helmet.
no he
Which
was
part?
not.
The beginning of the trailer.
No. The beginning of that trailer, he was specifically leaving him to Pepper.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like basically like I remember like reading about how there was actually like this very like emotional thing, like the personally for Tony that involves Peter, which is like Tony has father issues. You know, like
Yeah.
right, like and like basically his father was always more obsessed with his work than with the
You're sounding like
people
Stephen
who-
Hawking, bud.
You repeat what you were last saying.
Me?
Repeat what you last
Yeah, you
said.
sound like Stephen Hawking.
Oh, out of shit.
You really do
Turns
sound
off
like
my
him. That's
connection.
crazy.
What? Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Oh man, my connection's like going up and down. But basically, like it's established that like Tony has like father issues. So, and like when you see him interacting with Peter, you can kind of feel him trying to like not be his father, to like a figure who could use a father figure, I guess. And
Oh, that's
like
what was great about Homecoming, in my opinion. You know.
yeah. And even in Infinity War, like it demonstrates that like there's like this kind of like estrangement where like he will always pick his job over the people he loves, right? The same why he like went into space before he could say goodbye to Pepper or something. And like but yeah, and shit, I'm not the best to argue this, but like I forgot where I heard the argument. It was super compelling. So I feel like what really needs to happen is like for Tony to really like work out his like father son problems with Peter, basically. And so I feel like he would need to live for that to see Peter come back or something. But
I feel like he's gonna sacrifice himself to bring Peter back, though.
Yeah.
Sacrifice himself for everybody.
but that would
to
still
come
leave
back.
his like fatherhood issues unresolved. But I feel like.
But he's gonna die. It won't matter. He's sacrificing himself for a kid.
Yeah.
I
Either
do-
way, someone's gonna sacrifice himself.
Yeah, the whole thing with the sacrificing thing, I can see it go either way, to be honest. But I don't think that Iron Man just sacrificing himself for. I think there's gonna be a lot more to it than just, just like that. Like these, Iron Man has been with us since the first Marvel Cinematic Universe film. So as much as I love Captain America, Iron Man's farewell is going to be much stronger than Captain America's farewell.
I just feel like Iron Man's a better character.
He's been here since the start, though.
Yeah, he had
a lot more development.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Caps is going to be very emotional, though, because he would sacrifice, like, he's already ready to sacrifice everything to bring everybody back.
Yeah, but that's why I don't see him sacrificing himself. He's just too well of a candidate to sacrifice.
That's true. Honestly, I think both
expecting him
will.
to die, and if Tony dies,
I think there's going to be something to get rid of all of the originals. Obviously, we already know how Hulk's going to go. Mark Ruffalo is fired, so, I mean...
No, they were kidding.
Oh, they were kidding about
that? They confirmed that they're kidding.
Okay.
Plus, they don't own Hulk. Universal
news.
owns Hulk.
Fake news.
Oh, thank God.
Alright, what about this theory? They both sacrificed themselves. Cap sacrifices himself to save Tony, then Tony sacrifices himself to save everybody.
I would be okay with that.
Everybody else sacrifices himself to bring Tony back, and it's just Tony. And it's the Tony Stark cinematic.
Well, yeah.
it's kind of like I just watched Deadpool 2 for the first time the other night. It's kind of like that.
Oh
Deadpool,
yeah.
That's how I'm seeing the parallels between Iron Man and Peter. Deadpool and that kid. Deadpool's gonna try to save himself, or Tony's gonna try to save himself for a kid he don't know to redeem himself and redeem his character.
Yeah.
What if
I
he
can see
dies
that
of old
happening.
age? Just like off screen.
Shit.
Plot twist.
Let's see. They brought back Jeremy Renner.
Wow, you just hit us with a retcon.
Retcon. He dies of old age.
Let's see. Like, there's something else in the trailer was that they brought back Jeremy Renner.
Oh, he looks amazing. He's so.
No. Like, when he reveals himself, he looks so sad. So that means he had to have lost his family in this.
Well,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's the reason he wasn't in Infinity War.
He's saying we all lost something. We lost friends and family. And as he says family, it shows Hawkeye as Ronin.
Yeah.
So his family probably disappeared from the snap, and he went back to being a. I'm assuming he went back to being an assassin for the Yakuza or something like that.
Okay.
Was there an assassin for the Yakuza?
Can I talk?
I don't know, but that's what he looks like, though. And
No,
that
you
was
cannot
dope.
talk, Riggs.
Sorry, I didn't finish that. Okay, I get where you're going with all
No, you can't
this.
You get
Okay.
2 minutes.
So let's kind of more crack down on the trailer itself. We'll have like a video later on, obviously closer to Endgame, like breaking everything down that we can. But okay, let's get to my favorite part in the trailer, which is almost pretty much the end with Ant-Man. Does anyone else think
I was kind of
all these
surprised.
people disappearing and everything? No, I know you're not going to be surprised because obviously he's my favorite Marvel character. But does anyone else realize that he kind of seems like a
Clueless?
douchebag now? Like his like his personality is kind of changing too. Obviously, we're still going to have that funniness to him, but with his family gone, I think he's going to be the main comic relief for like Endgame, but I also think that he's kind of gonna be an egotistical douchebag.
Well, I got it.
think
Well, see,
might
I'm
be
wondering
extremely
why
essential to the
is
movie,
he?
though.
Guys,
why
one
is
time.
he?
One at a time, guys.
At one time.
One at a time.
Break. Drops the mic. Keith drops the mic. One at a
Drop
time.
the mic.
Boom.
But I think Ant-Man is gonna be Ant-Man and Captain Marvel. Aside from Cap and Iron Man, are gonna be essential because they're gonna use the quantum realm in some way in this to fix
Oh,
things.
I got something I want to add to that.
Yeah, because what I'm thinking is they use the quantum realm to either go through time or somehow to get the Infinity Gauntlet. And I want, this is just what I want to happen. I don't know, Cap to use the Infinity Gauntlet, or Iron Man maybe. And you know, to use the Soul Stone, you have to sacrifice something. So in using the Gauntlet, they sacrifice their own life to bring everybody else back because you know they're not going to sacrifice somebody else. And also, Captain Marvel would be extremely essential too to stopping Thanos or you know whatever big action scene they have.
I like that.
Oh, so I want to add something to that.
Go ahead.
Okay, we don't know how much time has passed since like this trailer
Yeah,
and
that's
the snap. I've heard theories that it's been a couple of years. Now remember the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Yeah.
Now he's
Ant-Man was
stuck in there. Now the one lady, the Wasp, said, I forgot her name, but the Wasp said,
Janet.
don't get stuck in one of those time vortexes because we won't be able to get you out. I'm willing to bet that he escaped using one of those time vortexes.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Time passes. And that's why he's so oblivious to everything happening.
Yeah, he doesn't realize that. it's
I
been months
wonder
for
if
him.
like either.
Oh, are they gonna make this a different universe?
Maybe.
That would be kind of cool.
No. I was thinking like why does he seem so oblivious unless he?
Why does he
knows
seem like
something
so
that everybody
happy
else
or
doesn't?
anything?
Yeah,
Well,
like
for
he
him-
might
Maybe he's
know
not being a
something
douchebag,
that-
but maybe he just doesn't know.
Well, like I think he does know, but like he knows something that everybody else doesn't, like a way to get everybody back or something.
That's
So,
true too. Either one of those theories.
No, if I was a marketer, I could piss everybody else off, but still make money off this movie and more movies if I made this a different universe and nobody fucking died.
True.
And you just pull Ant-Man back at the end of the movie, and everybody's completely fine. And that pissed off so many people.
Honestly,
And then
Red
Deadpool
On
appears.
and Red
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of both. I think he comes back and realizes that people were missing, but for him, it's only maybe been a day or like a very short amount of time. But for everybody else, it's been months, maybe even a year.
Yeah.
So everyone else is sad and mourning and you know trying to figure out what to do. But for him, it just happened, and he also figured out a way because for him it just happened. So he's like, if we use a time vortex or something in the quantum realm, they're able to go back and fix things.
That's wow. I didn't think this deeply into this movie yet, but that blew my mind. Like,
And I would
that's
just
a
like to
high
point out,
possibility.
if you pay attention at the very end of the trailer, when it shows Avengers, it shows Ash. It shows like broken apart pieces coming back together. It looks like they're just rewinding an explosion, and the crumbled pieces all come together to form the A.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Or that can be a euphemism for everybody's gonna come back together and fight Thanos to get everybody else back.
Avengers Assemble.
Yeah, yep.
Mm.
And they're gonna say in this movie, and it's gonna be epic.
Yes.
Cap's
Okay.
gonna say it before he dies.
X-Force.
X-Force. Speaking of Deadpool, did you see Deadpool Christmas trailer?
No, I think I've seen once.
It's a re-release
remember.
of Deadpool 2 with extra content, but made PG-13.
No, I
Hey,
thought it
guys,
was just straight.
guys.
It's just.
Blind blower, okay? Detective Pikachu is secretly Deadpool 3.
Oh my god.
God.
It's just
trailer
the
from my
code name for it.
nightmares. The trailer from my nightmares.
Mind blown. All the people that disappeared in Infinity War are actually in the Pokemon universe now.
Oh,
Oh boy.
man.
Detective Pikachu is Deadpool.
Ash is Captain America.
Pikachu is the only person who can figure out how to get the heroes back.
So,
Pika Pika.
man. That trailer still fucking blows my
Oh.
fucking mind.
One thing that I think needs to be pointed out specifically is the music and the score of this.
Oh, it's so
That
different.
when
Yes,
the music
yes.
came in intense at the beginning when it said what did it say Avengers, it said Marvel and the Marvel logo came in. Yeah, I
Mhm.
felt that.
Remember Infinity War? Like how it sounds so
Stanley's gonna
intense?
be in it.
Yeah, the score of this movie.
And now it just sounds so somber.
Yes, somber and intense.
It could be a send-off, but they're not gonna let this movie franchise die.
I feel like it's a swan song to the original Avengers, but it's the beginning of a new era of Avengers.
I agree
Okay.
with that.
They did say that they're not going to do any more like Avengers movies for a long time after this. Like they want to focus
It
on
might,
individual
yeah,
films.
it might be a while, and they might
could
eventually
take a
do.
break. It could take a break, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll do that, and then eventually they'll have the new Avengers. Or I don't think they're gonna recast anytime soon. But they might have the new Avengers eventually. Like Guardians of the Galaxy. You got some character opportunities with like Nova, and then you got
Which would
Disney
be awesome
portion
to
of
do all
Marvel.
that. I feel like they should just not call it Avengers. Like they can be the Avengers, but they should leave these 4 movies as its own for a long time.
Maybe go more towards like the Enforcers, like they did in the comics.
Yeah, some other
Or
some
Secret
other
War.
team
Doesn't
or
that
two.
come after
Oh.
Civil War?
Yes, Secret War. They need to do that after this.
Oh, that'd be cool if they
Very
did that. Because then they can bring like
Yes.
the black suit in with Spider-Man or something.
Yeah, really.
Yes.
Oh wait, we only have like one
That
more
would be a good.
movie.
Yeah, that would be a really good way to introduce that.
But we only
Okay.
get one more standalone movie with Spider-Man.
You know what they could do? They could make a trilogy with the Spider-Man movies. So Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, and then Spider-Man Secret War.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
That's a trilogy.
I just asked for a good X-Men
Yeah.
movie, and they still can't put that out.
I know. Apocalypse was close.
Well, was it Red Phoenix? Looks pretty.
Red
Pretty
Phoenix looks dope. Yes.
Oh yeah, is anybody gonna go see that Spider-Verse movie?
I want to.
I was gonna take my nephew
I
to see
heard
it.
it is the best Spider-Man movie.
You're not gonna invite me on a date? I see how it is, Rickens. You invite me over,
Yeah.
put me on this podcast, and you're not gonna take me to go see the Spider-Verse movie? You know I love Spider-Pig.
Spider-Ham. No, like, I'm amazed Sony Pictures Animation did this because they made Emoji Movie.
Oh, God. Let's not talk about that travesty. That movie is so bad. If it ever comes on Netflix, I guarantee we'll never review it. We won't even acknowledge it.
It's
it
on
exists.
Netflix. It is on
It-
Netflix.
I don't even
I can't
acknowledge
believe
the
they
movie
made Sir
exists.
Patrick Stewart a poo emoji.
No, but like this is by Sony Pictures Animations, so like, and this actually looks decent. actually looks good. So,
Okay,
like,
okay.
I'm amazed.
Let's get back on topic because we could shit talk, bad movies for days. But
Okay, I bring
Okay.
up a topic
I know, I
point
kind of look like Hugh
for
Hefner right now, don't
the
I?
trailer.
Because of the audio.
Is that the other Will?
No.
Will 2.0.
Okay, so with the trailer, you guys noticed how Thanos has his armor and everything put up as a scarecrow. Can
Oh,
I
yeah.
just point out
Oh,
that the
you want me to sit in the
character
closet? God.
design- What?
I'm not gay. You've seen my girlfriend.
Good in the closet.
You're putting me
Okay,
in the...
but-
I'm not Harry Potter, goddammit.
I didn't.
With Thanos, it's almost like a quick character development with the trailer, just because you go from this dude who just seems ruthless, wants to wipe out
Filled
I
half
fucking
the
hate you.
universe, just gone, goodbye. And now he's on the farm, just relaxing, which we saw at the end of Infinity
Take
War.
my cup.
He
But
said
now
he was
we
going to do
see
that.
The armor's
Yeah.
hung up as a
He's like, I'm gonna
scarecrow.
sit down and
He's
watch
just
the
good old
I noticed
armor
that,
wearing.
like,
Guys, let Reggie speak.
He's just farmer guy now. It almost just it makes you wonder if he truly feels that he made the right choice, like for humanity, like almost like he's not a villain per se.
More
But
than
just-
humanity.
He actually has some type of emotion towards it.
He truly just thought, oh yeah, this is the best course of action for existence.
I felt like that was already established in the last movie. He really does believe
I
that.
agree, but at the same time, it just it resonated a little bit stronger with the trailer, just because of the focus on him. Just really, legitimately, there's no other interest in anything
Actually,
else.
no. The interesting I noticed was actually with Thanos himself. He was walking with a limp.
Was he?
Yeah.
What?
I thought that it was just like meandering, just
No,
like
no. He was like
walk.
walking through his fields with a limp. So like.
I only saw his hand, so hang on, I gotta rewatch it.
What? What trailer are you watching, sir?
There's only
Yeah,
one in there.
that's the question.
Just pay attention closely. Like he was limping. I think.
I wonder
Oh,
if
he
took
is
that
limping.
axe
He's
hit-
limping.
Oh, he has a little bit of a
He's
limp.
limping. What?
break.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did have a little bit
No,
of a
no.
limp.
He took that axe hit from Thor. I'm pretty sure he's still feeling it.
In the chest, though.
yeah.
Okay.
Thor should have went for the head.
Now. So Captain Marvel, coming out next year. Now let's kind of look a little deeper into Captain Marvel, because everyone's saying Captain Marvel is going to be, the savior of Infinity War and all this other kind of stuff. I don't know too much about the character, so in exactly what way is this character going to bring something new and fantastic to the new Avengers film?
Just
I
throw
think
a
it's just gonna be a
Fantastic Four
roster
in there, bro.
filler.
Yes, they need the Fantastic Four in this movie. Actually, it's the Fantastic Two because half of them disappeared with the snap.
That would make it interesting. That
Drop
actually
the
make Fantastic Four interesting.
And that's why they come forward to the Avengers, because they need to get the thing back or something. And Johnny Storm or whatever, and he actually comes back, but it's a younger version of Chris Evans. So when Captain America dies, he's actually still there as the Human Torch.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
So it's like he never left.
And Mr. Fantastic loses Invisigirl or whatever her name is.
Yes, and actually
Jessica Alba.
The Invisible Woman.
she didn't disappear from the snap. She's just invisible.
So she's just PMSing, but he thinks she's gone.
Caleb, no more mic dropping. Time to throw the jersey in the bleachers.
I just made a whole nother movie that they should have made instead of Endgame.
That should have ended.
Avengers, where'd they go? That's the title.
Where are they now?
Life after the snap.
I'm gonna have to rename this Avengers. Where are they now? This is the video name is going to be that now. Okay. Any So what I was
into a
saying,
jar.
what haven't we covered in this trailer?
Give me like 1 second.
Tony, pretty
Wait,
much on
what's the
board
plan
the.
they were talking about? Like when they're like, it might work, or it's the only chance we've got, or whatever. What's the plan?
Uh,
that
They
were
don't have
thinking
one.
about?
They
I
didn't say
think it
it.
involves Ant-Man. That's what I think.
I was
I
about
think
to
everyone's
say,
quantum like jumping through time.
right,
Quantum
because
realm,
at that
yeah.
point we have no idea if Ant-Man has been brought back in, because obviously they're going to give us the trailer out of order, or else it would be
Yeah,
pointless.
that's true.
It would be more of a recap than it would be a trailer.
But
So
I feel
that
like
part,
I feel like he was there, honestly. But I understand what you're saying.
I do too, and just like
I love how
back
you
in
just
the-
brought that up. Okay, if everyone else agrees with me, how great is that this trailer has not like revealed the entire plot of the movie?
I
Unlike,
know it's a
Absolutely
perfect trailer.
fantastic.
Like honestly, if they didn't show any other trailer, I'd be fine because
I definitely would too.
Good. They didn't reveal too much because I feel like the next trailer they're gonna show action but they might reveal a little too much. We just need one more trailer, a little action, but don't reveal anything else.
The one thing we didn't talk much about in the trailer is Tony himself. Looks like Tony and Nebula are on the Guardians of the Galaxy ship, and they're just kind of like drifting through space.
Mhm.
How do you think they're getting back?
Okay. Maybe Rocket might have something to do with that.
Rocket's
I'm not
gone.
sure. No, Groot
Oh,
is
Rocket's
gone.
still alive.
Rocket is there.
Oh, Rocket's still there?
Yeah.
They didn't show him in
Yeah.
there.
Rocket's there, yeah.
No, they didn't show a
Everybody
bunch
was.
of people that we know. So, like, we didn't see Hulk in that trailer.
We saw him.
No,
He was
yeah.
standing still.
Mark
yeah.
Ruffalo, we saw him. He was looking over all the dead people.
Oh, okay.
Well,
okay, I didn't
presumed
notice that.
dead.
Well, dusted, whatever.
There you go.
They're crisis actors.
Here's another thing. What is you guys' opinion if they do a Galactus cameo after this film?
Bro,
Bro,
I don't
they're
think they're
gonna
going to do
cash in
that.
money.
I don't think they're going to do that. I think they want to tie it up pretty neatly.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that would
we
be a
need to
good-
wrap this up. Like, yeah.
This is already a two-parter movie.
You're right.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying exactly adding on to this. Maybe it'd be like an opening for the Fantastic Four. You know, getting the Silver Surfer in here. You know, it'd be pretty. It'd be.
But the last Fantastic Four movie bombed, bro.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Fox
exactly.
desperately trying to cling on to the
And plus, it's owned
IP.
by Sony, and Sony's not giving up Fantastic Four's rights.
Same with Spider-Man. They only barely got him for like
no,
one
no,
more
no.
movie.
Sony does not own the Fantastic Four. Fox owns the Fantastic Four.
Oh,
They're
okay.
giving
Yeah,
him
Fox
all
is
the
not
rights
gonna give
in
them up.
January.
Is
Honestly,
Disney
if
not
we're-
taking it? You know what? You know what?
How long
I'm
until
not gonna
Disney
ask
buys
about.
Sony?
You know,
Oh, yeah, let's see
how
if,
long
like-
until Disney buys me?
Yeah.
Right.
They own everything.
It
They
did,
don't-
bro.
they
It
don't even
did.
know.
I mean, they only have Universal to buy for getting Hulk rights, and they gotta get Sony for Spider-Man rights because they're about to lose him after Far From Home.
They got half of Spider-Man. Hey, I'm not even gonna lie though. The way if Sony does like, hopefully they don't reboot Spider-Man again. But if Sony would get 100% of the rights again, Venom was surprisingly good. So if they could pull off Spider-Man, like just throwing him back in there, like how they did Venom, I'd be okay with that.
That's almost why I want Disney to buy them, almost, just because I'd like to see them all tied together really coolly.
I'd like that too, but I mean, I'm just saying if Sony gets it 100%,
Yeah.
like
At least keep Tom Holland.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I agree.
I think okay, a lot of people they argue with me for this specific point. Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man we've had of the three actors we had so far.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
The best, but
Disagree.
his movies movies are not the best Spider-Man movies, but he is the
Yes.
best Spider-Man actor.
He's the best
Yes,
young
that's what
Spider-Man actor.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
what
Let's
I
be
try
clear
to put
about
out there.
that.
Obviously, those
Tobey
three were
matured
the best
the
Spider-Man
most.
films.
honestly, like
Toby
whenever
showed how
I
the
saw
character matured,
Toby,
though.
I just saw like this is an adult man, not a high schooler.
But he showed how the character matured over time.
Hmm.
At least he made it out of high school.
Yes,
You
I
are
agree.
very right.
I agree.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
agree.
Those were better Spider-Man movies, but as for like Spider-Man himself, maybe not as Peter Parker, but as Spider-Man,
I'm tired of seeing
Tom
Peter go through
Holland
high
is
school.
absolutely fantastic. I'm not
I
saying
feel like-
the movie that he was in was
Do
great.
you want to get stabbed?
I completely agree with you.
I think that he was
Yeah,
really
actually-
good, but I don't think he was like best yet, because I don't think they showed enough of him yet.
Okay, so I
very
think
He's
true.
still a high
Holland
schooler.
is
He's still a
best-
kid. Like,
Ho-
make him grow up a little bit.
Right. I think Holland has been the best given the short period of time that we've seen him. He's played the role the best for both encompassing Spider-Man and Peter Parker himself, because you look at him, you see Peter Parker. And he plays the Spider-Man role really well. Obviously, there has to be more character development because Spider-Man isn't just in high school forever. But Toby, I really liked him as Peter Parker, but as Spider-Man, it just wasn't the same. And Garfield, we didn't even go
Yes,
bring up.
you are.
I think
You
Garfield
are
played a
so
better Spider-Man. I think Toby did a better Peter Parker.
I think Garfield did a
I
good
think-
job at the inventive side of Peter Parker, because like he was the only one who actually like did like 90% of like his own stuff.
Tobey Maguire had so much
Right.
development in such amazing movies, though. So it's just so hard. His movies were better, especially a better trilogy. But as an individual Spider-Man, I think Tom Holland takes it.
I want Tom Holland to
I
make his
agree
own
with
suit
that.
and gadgets.
The reason why I believe Andrew
Yeah.
Garfield Spider-Man is dead at the bottom. Yes, I enjoyed the first Amazing Spider-Man, but there's a lot of flaws to it as well. They were pushing a lot of things that I didn't really enjoy, especially with dragging Gwen Stacy as long as they did. Like, if they were only gonna make 2 films, where the hell is Mary Jane? Why is
Well, they
why
got
is this-
cut funding during the second film, so they had to push the second and the third film together.
I know, but not even just that though. Like, just okay. Me and Clinton talked about this a long time ago. Since when has Spider-Man been a sexy glasses, jock guy? Since
My
when?
Spider-Man.
Like, you saw him riding a bike and doing all this stuff before he was even, Spider-Man in these movies. So
That's a good point.
like the 2 Amazing Spider-Man films, yes, like I enjoyed them, watching them, like as going through school and everything. But then once Homecoming came out, it allowed me to look back and see the flaws of the Amazing Spider-Man duo, I should say. And I'm not saying any of the 3 are like terrible, but of
Yeah.
the 3 Spider-Mans we got, Andrew Garfield is on the bottom.
I agree with that.
But I mean, who do you want to play Spider-Man? Do you want to get the guy that played what, Napoleon Dynamite? Spider-Man?
Hell no. I think Tom
Do you
Holland's
want a
perfect
really
right
nerdy guy that looks really nerdy to play a Spider-Man?
now. No, but there's a
Spider-Man,
line.
though.
What's the
There's a
right
line
answer?
in between there.
Good to be Peter Parker. Peter Parker's not a good-looking dude. He's a nerd with
Yeah.
special powers.
I feel like
Yes.
Tom Holland works
Attractive.
just fine
Yeah.
as Parker. I feel like he.
You know, if we have
like,
Tom Holland
checks
as
all those boxes.
Spider-Man, why don't we just make
Only-
Brad Pitt Spider-Man? That'd be a
Only
sexy
ugly people
Spider-Man.
can be Spider-Man.
Do you have a thing for Tom Holland? Is that what you're trying to tell us right now? Because you're giving off that vibe.
No, I mean, no. He was arguing that the Amazing Spider-Man was too good looking to be a Spider-Man. So I offered Napoleon Dynamite as an ugly Spider-Man, but apparently that's too far.
Yes, definitely. There's a line that you there's a gray area there. You don't cross it. But okay, let's get out of the Spider-Man argument. Obviously we got our standpoints in that conversation. Now, what I want to kind of cover is what are these characters that nobody's talking about? What's going on with them? Hulk, Nebula. Obviously, we know she's with Tony Stark wherever she is.
I think. Go ahead. Who else? In that list.
Groot, not Groot. Rocket.
Rocket. Okay.
I don't recall Thor disappearing. So what's
No,
going
he's
on
still
with
there.
Thor?
There was a little shot of him in the trailer.
Who?
Yeah.
If there was a shot of him, what's going on with him? Like,
Well, he was just
what's going on with
sitting-
him in this
He was
plot?
sitting looking sad,
Yeah.
like everybody else in the movie.
So okay. Tony's sending out a message, right?
Pepper, I believe.
More like
Pepper.
leaving a message for Pepper to find.
Yeah, you're right. Because he
Probably.
he says if you find this in time.
We already know that he's out of range because he dropped the
is.
call.
So
Right.
my theory was Rocket. He's a pilot. He knows how to do this stuff. He takes something like probably a Quinjet and goes and tries to search. I would assume with Pepper, and Pepper also has an Iron Man type suit with her. And they maybe have somebody else, and they go looking for Iron Man, and they find him in
War
Nebula.
Machine?
Maybe, yeah, possibly because he
No,
was left too. That'd be cool. And then while they're doing that, Natasha, she goes out to find Clint, and he's in China or Japan, wherever he was at. Searching for answers, probably to why his parents died, or his kids and his wife got disappeared or whatever from the snap. Bruce, he's probably, trying to figure
Probably
out a way.
helping Cap
Yeah,
and Ant-Man
Yeah,
with
trying
the
to figure out a
whole
way to go
scientific
through time
side.
and stuff. But then when they come back, I believe Tony and Cap and Ant-Man, maybe Bruce, all of them go through time and try to go back and take the Infinity Stones before they get into the hands of Thanos.
Now, quick question: did we see? I need to relook at the trailer. But was Hulk himself without Bruce Banner there in the trailer?
No.
Okay, here's the theory. What if when Thanos got rid of 50%, he got rid of 50% of Bruce Banner?
Would that be possible?
I don't know.
No, I don't think it is
I
possible
don't
because
think that's
they're
possible.
one and the same.
But there have been comics where they've been separated into two different people.
Right, but until it's actually done in the cinematic universe, I don't think that they could get away with something like that.
If
Just
that
because
happens,
now-
I'll give you $1
use
million
so many
if
people.
that happens.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
It was just a thought. Like I wasn't for sure.
I like that theory, but without
Yeah.
them actually demonstrating that yet in the cinematic universe, it would just be almost like a weird
Like they pulled it
introduction
out of their
to-
ass or something.
Yeah, I
So,
think we
how
would do
like,
that here.
Like, even though it's happened within the comics, how many people don't actually read the comics but go and see the movie? You know how confused they're gonna be? That
Yeah.
would just blow them away. I
Oh,
don't
I
think
just thought
that
of
they
an
can
idea.
pull that off without
Very
trying
true.
an introduction to it.
So, what do you guys think about this? To add on to my theory even more about them going back in time, I was thinking, what if they go back in time? What is the need for Captain Marvel? Because if they're going back in time, then they can stop it before it even happens. So they don't need Captain Marvel to come. You know what I mean?
Maybe that's how to get her.
So
Well, okay.
This-
Here's the thing:
so what
Captain
about
Marvel's already there. So maybe if they go back in time, like remember when you were telling me, Caleb, about set leaks for the Avengers with like Ant-Man and with Captain America and Iron Man in their original 2012 suit. So what if they go and get Captain Marvel then and there at the 2012 scene?
no, she wasn't around. She's been gone since
Yeah.
the 90s, from a movie.
Yeah,
That's why.
that trailer.
Yeah, but then they would know about her.
Was set in the 90s,
And
bro.
like, why
No one
did
knows about
Fury
her.
try to page
Unless Fury, until
Infinity
Fury
War?
pages her, because this is what I'm thinking. They all go back in time, but when they start gathering the stones, they're gonna disappear from the gauntlet that Thanos has. So when he sees them start to disappear, he knows that they're messing with time somehow, right? So he goes to Earth to try to stop them. But guess who's not on Earth? The people, the heavy hitters who are traveling through time, right? So who's going to protect them while they're traveling through time? Thor and Captain Marvel. They're going to protect them.
True.
So Thanos doesn't stop them and mess up them from, getting the stones in the past.
So
Have you seen-
Thor, Captain Marvel, and Iron Man for Iron Man to sacrifice himself.
Say it again.
Thor, Captain Marvel, and Iron
Yep.
Man.
Okay.
I would think.
Have you guys seen the toys?
Sacrificing themselves?
The leaks?
Yeah, to sacrifice himself.
Because Captain Marvel's so new, I would just say no. But I could definitely see Thor doing that because he's lost everything. He just wants to, make it right. And same thing with Iron Man. He wants to be selfless. So I could see that.
Have you guys
But
seen the
Tony's a
toys
selfish
leaks?
character.
But in these set leaks, when it has Iron Man in the original suit, Tony was there. So is that Tony from the past, or is that Tony from the future that we see then in there?
Tony from the future.
Could be
because,
both.
Well, yeah, it could be either. But I think the future. If you look at him, he's not wearing armor. He's wearing more of like a SWAT gear. And if you look at his hand, he has like
Oh,
little
okay.
thing on his hand. But I mean, hey, there's gonna be two of them. So
Did you guys
It's pretty
see
dope.
the leaks that happened with the toys a few months back?
yeah, those
They're
are
all wearing
those,
those
I think
suits.
those are the that help
Those-
them travel through the quantum
There's
realm.
one for
or-
Thor, one for Rocket, like those were in a bundle and everything. So I think they're all going to go back.
which would be crazy. What if they all travel to the future and it's nothing but like Detective Pikachu and Pokemon taking over?
Oh god.
No,
That's what
Digimon
Doctor
somehow
Strange
come in there
saw.
through the quantum realm, bro.
That's what Doctor Strange
Yeah.
saw in the future, guys.
All his possibilities were different endings to Detective Pikachu.
Oh, man.
I will admit though, even though that trailer terrified me, I'm low-key hyped for that movie.
Loki.
Same.
I like what you did there, Loki.
Too soon. He's
Who
gonna
thinks
come
he's dead?
back because he's gonna come from the past and come into the future. So he's really gonna be back.
Yeah, he always comes back from the dead. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes.
So I got a question. So if they do travel back in time, are we gonna see like the events that happened in the first Avengers and then
Yes.
Sokovia?
Oh
Yes.
shit.
We're gonna see Loki
Everything.
and Ultron again.
Yes.
Oh
They're gonna
god.
show everything. That's why this is special. This is the swan song. They're gonna go back and visit everything from the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yes.
boy.
Mark my
So
words.
if you're saying everything,
anyways, we're not gonna get Vision back.
so if they're
Don't say
going to
that. I
different,
love Vision.
so here's a question: are they gonna send like different Avengers to different parts in time to get the different Infinity Stones?
Yes.
So like they're gonna send
just like they did
a
in
few
the
people to go back to the events of Guardians of the Galaxy to get that stone that was given to the Collector, and then go to a different one, like a different. Someone's gonna go to the Avengers. Some are gonna go to the Age of Ultron time. Like, are they gonna
Some are
split up
go
like
back
that?
To, some are gonna go back to when Thanos was born and kill him as a baby, so none of this happens.
Just become Dragon Ball.
And then put Hitler in that mix.
Yeah, somehow,
No, that's
somehow
just
that
poor writing.
happens in the first Captain America movie. Really, this creates like a multiverse. So they're
You kill Thanos, then you just travel back to the future, and Red Skull has the Infinity Gauntlet. I mean, come on, guys.
They travel back, and it's Captain Marvel with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh my god.
Really, she's actually the villain of the movie.
That'd make her 10 times more pretty.
No. You travel back in future, and it's Nick Fury.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's a
50%
twist.
is gone, motherfucker.
He uses the gauntlet to bring his eye back, and that's it.
He better say surprise, motherfucker.
That's it. He stands it up after. He's like, alright, I'm done.
You get one F-bomb, and that's how you do it.
ultimate plot twist. Yo, when he disappeared in the after credit scene in Infinity War, who thought it was so fantastic that his last words are "motherfucker"?
That was the best.
Yes. I feel like that's just a reference to like all of like Samuel L. Jackson's characters just saying
Yeah.
Oh, it
motherfucker.
I
was.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, not Mace Windu. I don't recall him saying that.
He did it off
He
screen.
wanted to say it. You could see it in his eyes.
Oh,
Yeah, he could have. That movie was
Screamed it while he was
PG-13.
falling.
He did as he was falling
Yeah.
from the Senate.
Oh, motherfucker.
Here's the
No, he was
thing.
complaining about sand while he was falling.
No! Ah!
Okay, theory. Okay.
Anakin, help me! He's too strong! I need him! Ah! No! Power! Unlimited power!
Alright, guys. I think it's coming close to end this part of the podcast and get on
We're
to
reaching
our
the hour mark.
Heroes Against Humanity.
Oh, sorry, I had to redo that whole scene real quick. I had to get that out. If I don't reenact the Star Wars scene every podcast, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Now you must die.
Do it.
Do it.
Execute Order 66.
Execute Order
I'm
66.
satisfied.
I am the Senate.
I am the Senate.
No, Jar Jar Binks will have the gauntlet. That'd be awesome.
No.
I will live for that.
He's
Yes.
more powerful than everybody.
You are in the big doo-doo now.
You also don't know true power.
I'll be the ultimate Disney fuck you.
Star Wars, he erases episode 7 and 8.
Thank God.
Plot twist, that's what episode 9's about.
Yo, imagine
It's one of
that.
the 4 Star Wars episodes. You gotta cut them in half. Just the only ones left is 3, 4, 5, and 6.
That's crazy.
Anyways, Keith, if you could stop this podcast itself so we can begin another video and do our Heroes Against Humanity. And for the people watching this one, if you want to watch Heroes Against Humanity, just hop on to our next stream.
Alright. Any closing remarks for the podcast, guys?
Alright, let's get one from everybody. Oh, you also don't know true power.
This is Will from the Real Media.
Oh, you're a Jedi? Think you're strong? Misa got the true power.
This is the ultimate lead into.
Oh no,
Jar Jar's
Caleb's doing something.
Oh, Jar Jar Binks is gonna be a huge thing
I'm
in our
not doing anything.
Wow, leave it to somebody to bring Jar Jar back up into our podcast. Like, can he just stay out of one of them? Like, he just always has to find his way into a podcast somehow.
Hey, at least it wasn't me who brought him up
said
this
part
time.
of the journey is the end.
The first ever
That's dark.
podcast we had, you brought him up.
I know. That's my boy.
The whole Jar Jar is Snoke.
How would that work?
Well, that theory was cut in half.
Oh, we're gonna find out with the Infinity.
Oh, okay.
I can see it. I can
Oh, you
see
heard
it.
that?
That's why he's all crippled.
You heard what I said?
What?
That theory was cut in half.
Oh!
Oh,
That's a good one.
I can't believe you guys just caught that. Keith, you dropped the final mic of this stream.
On to the next.
Yeah, just you could cut this one off
Alright,
whenever.
cutting it now.
Like now.